Hi guys, Kevin here. It's Sunday morning, so I'm going to whip up some crisp and delicious waffles for you and then top them off with homemade blueberry syrup. The syrup is really easy to make because it requires just 2 ingredients. So take 12 ounces of fresh blueberries, that's about 2 cups, and tip them into a medium saucepan. And then add 1 cup of pure maple syrup. When the mixture comes to a boil, grab a potato masher and mash some, but not all, of the berries. Turn off the heat and set it aside for a moment. Now taste the syrup. Not bad, but it needs a waffle. Then grab the waffle iron that you haven't used since 1993 and pray that it still works. I'm going to plug mine in. Lights on, it works. Let's make the batter. So in a medium bowl, add 1.5 cups of flour, a ½ teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of fresh baking powder, and my secret ingredient, a ½ cup of cornstarch. Cornstarch will absorb the steam as the waffles cook in the waffle iron and help to make the surface of the waffles very crisp. So be sure to use it. And you want to whisk all of these dry ingredients together very well. In another bowl, add 2 large eggs and whisk them really well. They should turn pale and fluffy. Then add 2 tablespoons of sugar and whisk that in. Then add 1 3/4 cup of milk. And finally, whisk in a ½ cup of vegetable oil. I prefer to use safflower oil. I've tried other oil mixtures and safflower is really the best for crisp waffles. Whisk that in, and we're ready to combine the dry and the wet. Add the dry ingredients into the wet. I suppose you could add the wet ingredients into the dry and stir just until the flour disappears. It's okay if the batter is a little lumpy. Spray. Even though the waffle iron is nonstick, I always like to give it a little spritz of, this is coconut oil cooking spray. And then add the batter. Close the lid. And we're on the red light now, so we have to wait until the light turns green. In the meantime, you'll know that your waffles are done when steam stops arising from the waffler. While the waffle batter is cooking, this would be a good time to do a little dance. The light just turned green, so let's have a peek. Ooh, perfection. Nice and crisp and hot. I'm going to set the individual waffles on a wire rack that I placed on a baking sheet because I'm going to stick this in a 200-degree oven just to keep the waffles hot or warm and to make sure they don't lose their beautiful crispiness. We can pour our next batch after we spray the iron. There we go. Ooh, these are just as beautiful as the first batch. And onto the rack they go. And into the oven. My friends John and Cassie are joining me for breakfast today. So to be fancy, I'm going to put this beautiful blueberry sauce into a white pitcher. Let's dress up these waffles. Take a little pat of butter. By the way, this is John's plate, this is Cassie's plate. They each have one waffle. This is Kevin's plate with 2 waffles.
Were you filming?
Yes.
Oh, damn it, I'm sorry.
John.
Watch your language. On goes the lovely blueberry sauce that was so easy to make. Actually, the waffles were really easy to make too. And again, Kevin gets a good deal more of the blueberry sauce. And all we need are some forks, and we're going to take these into the dining room and enjoy them.
It's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside.
So easy.
The blueberry sauce, you can taste not only the maple syrup, but I love that there's blueberries in it. It's nice that the waffles are crispy and delicious.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you like it. And I'm so glad you could join us here in the dining room for breakfast. And again, I'll see you next time with another delicious recipe. Bye.